Paso Graffiti, I guess, El Paso, Texas. It's a border town, so predominantly Hispanic. We got a lot of cholos and gang members that started doing the cholo fonts and the block letters, and I was pretty much influenced by that. Being an ex-gang member, I started doing my block letters and everything like that. There was a couple of homies within my crew or my gang or whatever that I kind of looked up to because they really got perfect with the lines, and I was really impressed by it, so I got more and more into it. In general, I've been into art since I was a little kid, pretty much, and I guess my first introduction to regular graffiti, we're walking the streets with some of my homies, and I saw a curb, and it said CTS on there, and I was like, CTS, what is that? Is it a gang? Do we cross it out or what? And my homies were like, no, they smoke out with us. That's what they do. They just do graffiti. They just paint and they do that. And I was like, what? It didn't make sense to me, So I was like, what? Well, I guess that's kind of weird, a concept, And, I'm not even knowing it, I was using graffiti terminology. I used to be like, hey, I caught a couple of tags over here. I put this up over here. Or did you see that the throwaway that I did? And not knowing that I was using graffiti terms, I didn't reference it to graffiti. You know what I'm saying? This is back in early 90s, 91, 92. And then I saw the book. Had a little homeboy in school by the name of Skay, very popular train rider, and he's in my crew too, BY crew, Booyah crew. And he introduced, I saw a Subway art book, and I started flipping through the pages, and I was like, damn, I was kind of bugged out. And so I kind of opened my mind to that a little bit, and I wanted to get anything graffiti I wanted to get my hands on, So I think I was in trouble when I got into detention, and I saw this one dude, and he had a Can Control magazine, old school, I don't know, one of the first issues, and I ended up flipping through it and started seeing all this LA stuff, and I was bugging out, and I was like, man, this is what I want to be doing, So I started, trying to pick up whatever I can. At that time, I think we had like a record store that sold some stuff, and anything I can get my hands on, I pretty much, that's pretty much what I did. So, and then in the mid-90s, a lot of the tag bagging came about, and I got involved in that. I partnered up with my homeboy Oak at the time. He was from Oakland, so he was pretty knowledgeable in the whole graffiti going on in Oakland and the Bay Area and stuff like that. So he wrote Oak. I was writing Loke 1 at the time, so it was Oak and Loke, and we were on a mission at that time trying to go out city, just a couple of kids, We used to put the, we didn't have a car stereo, so we used to put the little boombox in the back, listening to the Too Short, run out of batteries, we'd be like, ah, shit, but we'd be going all city, catching tags and doing whatever, and it was kind of fun. And then I wanted to progress a little bit, so I started getting into the bombing a little bit more, doing fills, taking my little brother out, my younger brother, he's about 6 years younger than me, James, which he ended up turning into being my number one influence now. It's like he's fearless in the stuff that he's willing to try and do, But I think I'll get into that in a little bit. And then so I had like a few dormant years where I was just chilling, just like I kind of stopped writing altogether, and a lot of the girls that I was into weren't feeling what I was doing, so I kind of like swayed away from it. But my love was always there, and I ended up, was always benching, taking pictures of freights and walls, and some cats that I knew just kept painting, and they got really good, and So I started again, as you know, I got that bug again, and started picking up painting again. So I got the urge to go ahead and do something with it, So it was me, my brother James. Changed my name to Cyder, by the way, back in I think it was 95, 96. I changed the name to Cyder from Loke because I didn't really like the letters, and I was kind of looking through I guess a dictionary, and I wanted like something cool, kind of, So I saw CIDE, and it sounds kind of morbid, And I flipped the letter to the Y because I liked the Y. It was worked a little bit better with my letters. And then from there, I hooked up with him and my little homie Devix. And it was the three of us, and we formed a crew called IGK, Iron Giants Crew. It Gets Killed. And we just started, as soon as my homeboy Devix, he was locked up for a while, he got out of jail. That was it, it was on. We just started painting, doing our thing, finding walls. Then we hooked up with the BY clique, Booyah clique, and we ended up merging and traded crews basically, and went from there. And then we just started expanding, going to different cities. My homeboy Skate, which was like dudes all over the map, I guess, pretty much. Started recruiting dudes into the BY crew, the BY family, and now we got members pretty much just about every city, in the Southwest, pretty much on lock. A little bit in Arizona, all of Texas, pretty much. New Mexico, Albuquerque, Santa Fe. So we got a lot of good homies, man, and we're growing, and we got a lot of love from and a lot of influence from LA. Definitely a lot of our homies are feeling the LA style. So we're just hoping to to come up and come into our own and grow, pretty much. And so yeah, it's definitely that cholo writing that got me started. And it's got a long history here, dating back to the 40s. New York's got their thing. The Southwest definitely has got our thing. We had the Pachuco gangster, and those guys started doing their things back in the 40s. And that's where you get the name Chuco Town. El Paso is a border town, also known as Chuco Town, so that's how a lot of dudes know it. And we got a long tradition of writers from LA coming down to El Paso. Euler, he came down and he destroyed our downtown before. Homeboy Atlas came down and painted it a few times with us. And we got a lot of love from them. And of course, we got some Bay Area writers that have come down. And so my main influences locally would probably be Grave, for sure. He's a legend over here. Grave 1. Skay definitely in the freights. He took it to another level back over here when nobody was jumping on him. Miker, definitely one of our top writers. Wild Style, everything they do just burned, and a few others. But my homeboy Gibbs, you definitely pretty much anything bombing and piecing. Everything is one of my major influences also. And then more recently, my younger brother, I never thought that he'd get to the level that he was at. So we're all kind of vibing off each other and feeling each other, and doing these tours and paint jams, like Clog Caps or Bomb the Canvas up in Albuquerque. It's just connecting, and so we're trying to grow, and we got a lot of respect and a lot of love and for a lot of writers around the area, and we're just trying to build up the Southwest, because I think it's pretty much slept on. So that's pretty much it. And we just want to give a shout out to all my crews, our BY for sure, our cousin crew, RTD, Rebels Till Death, IGK, It Gets Killed, Lifers crew up in Austin. Shout out to my homie Spick and some of the other homies out there. That's pretty much it.